Hi, I'm Bailey DeYoung from East West Gateway Council of Governments. On behalf of Muscoda City staff, my colleague Paul Hubman, our consultant team, and myself, welcome. We are in the midst of developing a plan for your community in Main Street. To briefly review, we are working with a diverse team of consultants to envision how Main Street can be as strong as an asset as it possibly can for the Muscoda community. We are also looking at how the bicycle pedestrian path in town can be effectively expanded into a network that connects all of Muscoda's neighborhoods, Main Street, parks, and other assets. Our consultant team includes RDG Planning and Design, CBB Transportation Engineers and Planners, DTLS Landscape Architecture, and Development Strategies, who focus on real estate, community, and economic development. Normally, we would be meeting in person, so please bear with us as we adapt our working and communication methods during the pandemic. Please note that this project has a deliberately compact schedule, and our focus is on content rather than polish. You will see a variety of graphic styles, including hand sketches and diagrams. You will not see photorealistic renderings. Efficient graphics are essential for the project team members to quickly generate, then discard or further develop an idea to create the best ideas for your community. You may already be doing this, but if not, visiting the project website listed above is the best way to stay up to date with our work. If you or anyone you know of lacks access to or is unfamiliar with online technology, please use the phone number listed in the blue box to request a paper copy of the project presentation and survey materials. We want to make sure that your entire community can participate in this process. Also, if you have any related suggestions or questions, you can email them directly to the project email listed above. The main point of this round of presentations and surveys is to review with you our current thinking about what we have learned. Are we hearing you correctly and moving in the appropriate direction? Then show you some initial thoughts and options for your community. We need your reactions to the ideas we are showing to help us narrow our recommendations into a single plan. The next and final set of presentations and surveys will review a draft of that single plan and discuss implementation priorities and strategies. Please take a second to look at the green key that runs along the bottom of this slide. It shows the progression of the various presentation segments we have prepared for you. Generally, they start with broad-scale thinking and progress to smaller-scale discussion. We use this progression as a way to make sure that our recommendations at specific blocks or intersections work with broader systems and strategies. Like last time, each presentation segment will have a related set of questions using SurveyMonkey. The surveys are brief, just a few questions each, but are very helpful to our project team. I encourage you to watch all the presentations and fill out all the related surveys. We recently presented some background information about various aspects of your community. A basis of key observations gives us a foundation to layer into your goals and priorities. Your Main Street is a traditional Main Street commercial district surrounded by a grid of neighborhood streets. While many historic buildings remain, several have been replaced by newer structures or parking lots. There is market capacity for new homes and businesses, but there is little space available, presenting a challenge for businesses seeking space. Despite little street parking through the heart of Main Street, over 1,000 spaces are readily available along the Main Street corridor. The streetscape environment is marked by a lack of amenities such as street trees, benches, and lighting. The Main Street corridor is generally flanked by older neighborhoods to the south with smaller, less expensive homes and newer, larger, more expensive homes along the north. The entire city is quite flat, and isolated ponding is an issue in some areas of the roadway. Though the existing flood management infrastructure handles most of the stormwater fairly well, the channelized streams through town are aging and do require regular maintenance. Steady population growth over the past decade or so is expected to continue. Residents are mostly over the age of 50 and enjoy relatively high education and household income levels. Generally, traffic in the area behaves well, particularly in the middle third of our corridor. The narrowness of the road encourages slow, attentive driving. Even though this is a state route, traffic volumes are fairly low. IDOT is developing plans to repave Main Street, and the city is considering coordinating with that project to replace the deteriorated sidewalks as well. The newer neighborhoods along the north are well served by a new bicycle and walking pathway that connects them to several schools and to Chevy Park. There is opportunity to also serve the older neighborhoods to the south with such a path. Parking in downtown is always a key issue. Here, there is abundant parking along the corridor, more than is actually needed, though there is little parking on Main Street through the heart of downtown. After sharing some of the technical information that our team had found, we needed to understand the community's goals, challenges, and priorities. Your input helps keep our team pointed in the right direction so that the plan we develop reflects Muscuta's aspirations within the context of things like market data, traffic issues, environmental realities, and what the community wants for itself. Listed on the screen are some of the key findings from the first community survey, conducted from August 13th through the 21st. Creating a sense of place along Main Street is important to Muscuta's residents. A common theme throughout the survey was the desire to see increased dining and retail options along the Main Street corridor. Survey respondents noted a desire to see flexible open public space along Main Street. This public open space could be used for farmers markets or a number of other community events. Regarding land use and urban design, survey respondents are in agreement that Main Street would benefit from improvements made along the corridor, in particular improvements to the street, sidewalks, and building facade. The survey did not note a clear consensus on the desire for increased residential development along or around the corridor. The survey respondents also made notes of the need to maintain the corridor's small-town historic character whenever improvements are made. There is a strong desire to see an increase in bicycle and pedestrian facilities throughout the city, and to connect potential new trails to already existing trails. Residents often comment on the quality of the street, noting the poor condition of the sidewalks and roadway. The survey and data show that there is ample parking available on Main Street, Church Street, and State Street, which is all convenient to Main Street businesses. The survey respondents also noted their willingness to walk up to 4 blocks to reach their destination when necessary. Lastly, the survey showed us that residents often leave Muscuta to experience the outdoors, mainly seeking opportunities to hike, fish, or participate in other recreational water activities elsewhere. Thank you for taking the time to listen and provide your input for the Muscuta Great Street project. Please be sure to listen and follow along to all the video segments and to complete the corresponding surveys by September 2nd. We greatly appreciate your input. Please feel free to reach out with any questions or comments.